This program is part of the Devil's Mark Podcast Network, the official podcast network of Shadow Path Diabolism. This is the Dark Illumination Report Podcast, the official podcast of Shadow Path Diabolism, your daily dose of Diabolonian philosophy to inspire you on your journey down the crooked shadow path. Here's your host, R.J. Womack, Brother Nero.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another episode of the podcast. I'm glad you're here. I want to continue to talk a little bit about our ministry outreach because I think we learned quite a few things that are interesting and will be interesting to all of you. One of the things we learned that I found most fascinating was that the average man and woman on the street was interested in talking to us. They were more than willing to engage us in civil conversation. They didn't have anything against Satanists. If anything, they were fascinated by the fact that we actually worship the devil. When they realized we weren't typically atheist and we weren't towing the COS and TST line, they were actually fascinated and they were more than willing to talk to us about a number of religious issues, which our candidates found particularly fascinating. So I thought that was interesting. The Church of Satan likes to have you believe that everybody believes that Satanism is atheistic and everybody knows that. But the truth is most people know that real Satanists worship the devil, and when they meet real Satanists, it's such a rare thing that they're actually excited about it. And once we were sitting next to the Christians and they saw how badly the Christians browbeat people and try to convince them to convert or pay the price for their sins, we were a nice contrast because what happened was in the afternoon we set up our little table and then the Christians came over and started preaching against us, and that just made the audience or the passersby more willing to listen to what we had to say. And they noticed that we were more civil, more kind, more tolerant than the Christians were. And they stuck up for us and they kind of preached against the Christians on our behalf. So that was kind of interesting to have the crowd turn on the Christians and kind of defend us. That was a really fascinating occurrence, which unfortunately we didn't get to film because we were so busy engaging in the debate. So our candidates didn't really get a chance to film all of that, which I told them that we need to document the next time it happens. What ended up happening is that the people started to notice that it wasn't us that were extremists. It wasn't us who were judging other people. It wasn't us who were criticizing people. It wasn't us who were the evil, sinister, intolerant people. It was the Christians. And they started to realize that we were sensible, reasonable people, and we respected the right of everyone to believe what they wanted to believe. And although we did actually worship the devil and we were serious about it, we weren't trying to push it on other people. So it just goes to show that people will be tolerant and respectful of you if you're respectful of them. Anyway, that about wraps it up for today, guys. Hope to see you for the next one. Take care. Until then, may Satan be with you. Take care. Later.
If you would like to learn more about the Shadow Path Diabolism tradition of occultism, go to rjwomack.com. That's rjwomack.com. If you enjoyed this podcast and support our message, tell a friend, leave us a review, and follow us on social media.